In this video, I will explain whether your family office should be an LLC, a corporation, or another legal entity, and specifically, what works best for Florida family offices. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author. I've structured dozens of family offices across multiple jurisdictions. The entity choice you make at the beginning will affect your taxes, your liability protection, and your operational flexibility for decades to come. Let's get into it. Most families get this wrong from day one. They pick an entity structure based on what their accountant uses for small businesses or what their friend's family office did in Delaware. Neither approach works. Florida has unique advantages for family offices, but only if you structure them correctly. The question isn't really which entity is best. The real question is best for what purpose? Every family office serves multiple functions. You need an entity structure that matches those functions. Let me break this down to the way I do it with my clients. Most family offices start as limited liability companies. There's a good reason for this. LLCs give you pass-through taxation. The family office itself doesn't pay federal income tax. The income flows through to the family members. This matters enormously when you're managing significant wealth. Here's what most attorneys won't tell you. Florida LLCs have stronger charging order protection than almost any other state. If a family member gets sued, the creditor can't force distributions from the LLC. They can't seize LLC assets. They can only get a charging order. That charging order entitles them to receive distributions if and when the LLC makes them. You control whether distributions happen. This makes Florida LLCs incredibly powerful for asset protection. The flexibility is another major advantage. You can allocate profits and losses however you want. You don't need to follow ownership percentages. One family member might own 30% but receive 50% of the profits. You can't do this with a corporation. Now, management flexibility matters too. You can have member-managed or member-managed structures. You can create complex operating agreements that handle succession planning, dispute resolution, and governance, all without the formalities that corporations require. But LLCs have limitations. If your family office will employ significant staff, the employment tax treatment gets complicated. If you plan to raise outside capital someday, investors typically prefer corporations. If you want to go public eventually, you'll need a corporation. Now, some family offices choose the corporate structure instead. This usually happens for specific strategic reasons. C corporations offer more credibility with institutional partners. Banks, investment firms, and sophisticated counterparties take them more seriously. Now, if your family office will be doing complex transactions, this is going to matter. C corporations also provide clear liability separation. The corporate veil is well established in case law. Courts understand corporate structures. They're less likely to pierce the veil if you maintain proper formalities. But here's the major downside. C corporations face double taxation. The corporation pays tax on its income. Then shareholders pay tax again on dividends. For a family office, this is usually a deal breaker. That's why some families use S corporations instead. S corps give you pass-through taxation like an LLC, but you keep the corporate structure. Florida doesn't have state income tax. This makes S corporations more attractive here than high-tax states. You avoid double taxation, and there's no state-level tax concern. If you're finding this valuable, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It helps other families find this information, and subscribe to my channel. I release new videos every week on business law strategies that actually work in the real world. Now let's talk about what makes Florida special for family offices. Florida has no state income tax. This is obvious, but underutilized. When your family office generates investment income, there's no state-level tax bite. This compounds significantly over decades. Florida's homestead protection is the strongest in the nation. Unlimited value protection for your primary residence. Most families structure their family office separate from their homestead, but the homestead protection influences overall wealth structuring strategies. The charging order protection I mentioned earlier is statutory in Florida. Other states rely on case law. Florida put it directly into the statute. This gives you more certainty. Florida courts are also sophisticated with complex business structures. Miami and West Palm Beach handle international wealth regularly. The judges understand multi-jurisdictional families and sophisticated planning. Now here's something most people miss. Starting in July 2026, Florida will allow series LLCs. Each series can hold different assets with different liability exposure. One series might hold real estate, another holds investment accounts, another operates an active business. Liability in one series doesn't affect the others. This is huge. This is incredibly powerful for family offices with diverse holdings. You get multiple liability shields with a single entity structure. But series LLCs are complex. They require careful drafting and strict operational separation. If you commingle assets or operations, you lose the protection. All right, so which structure should you choose? Start with your family's specific situation. How many family members are involved? What types of assets will you hold? Do you have active businesses or just investment portfolios? Will you need outside capital? What are your succession plans? Most Florida family offices benefit from starting as an LLC. The flexibility and asset protection usually outweigh other considerations. You can always convert to a corporation later if circumstances change. That's important to know. But some families need a corporation from day one, particularly if they're building an institutionalized family office that will last multiple generations, or if they're planning complex transactions that require corporate credibility. The best answer is usually a hybrid structure, a holding company LLC that owns multiple subsidiary entities, each subsidiary tailored to its specific purpose. This decision will affect your family's wealth for generations. Get it right from the start. And if you need help structuring your Florida family office, reach out to a qualified attorney who specializes in this work. If this video helped you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content on protecting and growing your business and your wealth. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Be sure to watch more of my videos right here.